How are you? Hi, everybody. How are you today? Time for just two short stories I have for you today. Not much was going on, um, and that could be a good thing because yesterday really wore me out. Okay, I was channel hopping, getting all the information, and so today it was a quiet day. So today we're going to talk about Tamar and Nene Leakes falling out. I mean, it's a mess. We'll talk about that, and then we're going to talk about Apple Watts. Do you guys remember Apple Watts from Love and Hip Hop? She got in a car accident, and basically, her family stole her GoFundMe money. Isn't that trifling? That's just trifling. All right, let's get started. There, and put up my banner. In this. Okay, guys, if you haven't already signed up for Perry's Hotline, please don't forget to do so. The number is 1702-553-3288. All right, let's get into these just two stories I have today, guys. Just two. Let's start with the Nene Leakes and the Tamar story. Now, this one is I don't know what to make of it. Okay. So Tamar and Nene have been good friends for a long time, people. A long time. Do you guys remember? Let me see if I can put this up. Back in the day, it was a couple years ago where Tamar tried to take her life. Do you guys remember this? And one of the people that was there for her was Nene Leakes. Let me see if I could put this on the screen. Um, no, that's not it. Was Nene Leakes. So I thought I would be able to put it on the screen. If you ask me, they kind of act alike. Like they have the same kind of personality. If you ask me, recently in recent months, Tamar has changed. She's not always on social media crying anymore and yelling at the networks because she doesn't work there anymore. She seemed to have mellowed down some, but it basically they act alike to me. We're good friends. Nene came out when Tamar tried to take her life and said, you know, she needs time. She'll heal. She'll get through this, and I'm her friend. I will be by her side. Okay, fast forward. Fast forward a couple years in the future, and now what's going on? So Tamar had unfollowed Nene on social media, but she didn't say what. She tried to act like it was no big deal. They were like, "Why did you unfollow Nene?" She was like, "I unfollow people all the time. Don't worry about it." Okay, so this is what happened. Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked spilled the beans. I guess it was Nene and Yoni went on a double date with Tamar and another guy that she liked. Okay, they all went on a double date. Fine. Okay. All of a sudden, Tamar finds out that Nene tried to introduce the guy that Tamar likes to another friend of hers. And not only did she do that, they all went on vacation together and didn't tell Tamar a damn thing. I don't know what to make of it, okay? Because my first impression was that is foul as hell, Nene. Foul. I don't care what you say. You're supposed to be her bestie. Okay, you're helping her through tough times. She's helping you through your tough times. You've been going through some tough times. One of the tough things you were going through is you were blackballed. Remember that? And wouldn't nobody hire you? And Tamar came to your lounge and sang for you. Remember that? And then you're going to do her dirty? That's how I look at it. Now, somebody else might say, they weren't dating, you know. She Nene could have did that. No. If you my best friend and you just think I like someone, you don't do me like that. If I wrote it in a letter and you're the only one who read the letter, you don't do me like that. No, no, no. You could have told me what was going on. I had to find out through a third party that y'all are living it up. I love you, Nene. I do. I always have your back, but I'm not. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So they fell out, and Tamar was like chill about it. She just unfollowed her and post some generic posting about be careful who you trust and kept it moving. Now, we know back in the day, the old Tamar probably would have called Nene, put it on social media, everything. I don't know. That's not cool. So I think Tamar handled it well. We all know that Tamar is dating the sugar daddy now. He's supposed to be an attorney. What is his name? I can't remember his name. But she moved on. But now with Nene, that friendship is none and void. They don't have a friendship anymore. Now, listen, if it was an innocent mistake, wouldn't you try to fix things with Tamar? Wouldn't you come out and say it wasn't like that? Tamar's mad at me, won't talk to me, but I'm telling you, she's misunderstanding some things. It's just not a good look. If you ask me, Nene couldn't be my friend. She just couldn't. I don't play that. Right. So I want to talk about that. Yes, it is Friday. So we'll talk about that. Let's move on to Apple Watch. Do you guys remember Apple Watch? This is a terrible story. Terrible. Let me put this picture up. I don't know if you got I used to watch Love and Hip Hop a long time ago, and then I just got over it very quickly. But when I did watch it, Apple was on the show. This is what she looked like. Okay, so back on March, when was it? March 25th, Apple got into a serious car crash here in Vegas. See this car right here? She was in the car. And she went into a coma for around 3 months. They thought she wasn't going to make it. Her skull, what do you call it? Slit, broke, her skull broke in half. That's a serious injury. Um, her family was worried about her. Um, People, I can't remember who it was, but everyone was worried about her because it just didn't sound good at all. Through the grace of God, that's all it is. Through the grace of God, she survived. But she's not 100% like she used to be. She's going to need lots of therapy. She still can't walk, but she's opening her eyes and she's talking now. Okay, so she came on social media. Hold on, let me get this. This is just heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. Came on social media and she said that her family, her sister Dominique, has stolen her GoFundMe money. This is about as low as you can get. Stole her GoFundMe money and wasn't helping her at all with finances. Take a listen to this. This is a damn shame.
Since I'm such a problem to the person that was taking care of me. Lady, I've been here for 2 weeks and I only seen you 3 times. Y'all don't understand where my money at though. Y'all ask where my money is. Where's that at? No, nowhere to be found. I can't even get that. Act like I'm slow in the brain. Like a motherfucker would not be talking if I could stand up because I could beat your ass. Really, I used to beat your ass every day. But motherfuckers getting bold now and the internet. Everybody's all on the internet. It's cause the internet make you feel like you were something at the time. People send their what's in this. And since I'm so scared and you quick to tell my ex-boyfriend everything and I got a whole new boyfriend, now tell you to nigga that's in jail. You can't control your own family. Your family like to argue, and I'm not a negative person at all. She loves to argue. Now I can tell y'all the rest of what's going on, but y'all don't know. All you gonna do is go run back to her. I want my money. That's all I want.
She says, I want my money. That's all I want. So it's very hard to hear her. She's still in the recovery process. So her speech is slurred, but I understood it. She said they're treating her like she's a nuisance, like she doesn't matter anymore, that she's hard to deal with. They're gone on living their lives with her money. Not just money, GoFundMe money. Now, I'm sure if somebody put on that GoFundMe, please donate so I can buy my son some shoes and not give Apple her money, no one would have gave a dime. People gave to help out Apple, who almost lost her life, she still can't walk. I don't care if you have the title mother, father, sister, cousin, brother, uncle. Family can do you wrong. Now, I remember when she was in the hospital, the sister was going on social media, asking for prayers, seemed very sincere, was spending her money the whole time. That is so wrong. I don't even know where to begin. So it's a bad situation, but it gets worse. I don't like Apple. Seems like she's having a hard time talking. She should be somewhere resting and not on social media. But what other options does she have when her helpers need to be paid? She's got rent still due. She has children that mouths need to be fed. She has no other choice. So people were saying, why is she going on social media? You think she wants to go on social media? That's her only outlet. So she went on, and then the following day, a couple days later, she went on with another family member that could verbalize, because some people were saying, it's hard to understand Apple, and understandably so. You have just woke out of a 3-month coma. 3 months. So let me let you listen to her caretaker.
Hold on. So I'm on this live. So let me tell the real. Okay. First of all, her sister only bought 2 outfits for the kids. Okay. Me and Emmanuel was paying for the kids' shoes out of our pocket. Let's make that clear. All that do is run to the internet. And she's a fucking liar. All she do is smoke, snort, get high, get drunk, and pop pills. That haven't did. So all that talking she doing on live, that is a fucking fake and a fucking fraud. Period. I got the boys' haircut. I paid for them to go to Raging Waters out my pocket. I gave up money for shoes for the boys. That should be about 2 outfits from Fashion Nova. 2 outfits. 2 outfits. She lied and said that she
and
bought.
she bought her kids $1,500 shoes.
Then she lied and said she bought Richard, which is Jontel's oldest son, some fucking cowboy boots. And guess what? Richard said he never got the fucking $300 cowboy boots. That is a fucking fraud. A fraud. That coming this fraud. She can't even give my fucking sis her fucking money. She can't even show where the money is. So all that she talking, it was 4 people that has been here since day one behind the scenes, and guess what? Damo blocked all of us because that knows she's a fucking fraud.
Oof. This is terrible. Apple should not be on social media, but she's forced to go on social media. She doesn't even walk. She can't even walk. And her sister, Dominique, that's her name, they call her Damo, is allegedly stole the money. Well, Dominique came out, issued a statement, and said that's not true, but then she closed down her social media. I don't know. Sharrell, that just broke my heart. 2 of my daughters were in a horrible accident in 2011. One daughter was killed instantly. And another one is totally disabled. That hurt me to see her like that. Make me cry. And to know that they took advantage of her. Can you believe it, Melissa? If you didn't need your family before, when you're on life support, fighting for your life, in a coma, unable to take care of your children, that's when you need your family. Who does that? You stole, and it's allegedly $45,000 from blood. This is your flesh and blood. And then your coward ass wants to close down your social media. Bills need to be paid. Nurses need to be paid. Children need to be taken care of. She needs therapy for herself. I don't know what her condition is like as far as walking, but let's all pray that she walks again. I'm telling you, I treat people the way they treat me. So if you have a title in my family, sister, brother, uncle, cousin, whatever, if you're going to mess me over, I'm done with you, especially now in her time of need. And she can't just keep asking the public for money. $45,000, that might not have taken care of everything, but that would have took care of a nice little chunk. She can't work anymore. It's just a bad situation, and I'm sorry to hear what happened to you, Melissa. This you can't always count on family. It is what it is. Sometimes they do you dirtier than a stranger would. Let me bring up Perry.
Hey,
Hey,
what's up?
Perry. Isn't
Yeah,
this
prayers go
terrible?
out to Melissa and her family. That's sad.
Oh my God.
And I mean, well, shit, this whole thing is sort of out there. But you know what, Sharrell? And this is what I think. I mean, I'll talk about Needy in a minute. But I just assume that her sister or whoever took this money
Dominique.
just assume that it's a damn shame. Let me go out here and act like I care to keep the stuff going so people can put the money in the account. Probably never thought she would pull through.
Mm.
I
Oh,
mean,
Perry.
and then now that she is, now they want to close down social media and, start lying. You know what I'm saying? That's bullshit.
Doesn't it touch you?
Yeah.
Doesn't it make you mad?
Yeah, it do. It made me so mad that the Nene shit is like, okay, but that was wrong too. I mean,
Yeah, we'll get to in a minute. How do you feel about my theory? I don't care what title you have. You screw me over, I'm done with you. And it's a hard decision to make sometimes with its family,
right.
but sometimes you need to kick them to the curb too.
And then sometime though, I think it was like, say, sometimes you can't forget if what her sister would have did, which just personally hurt her. But
Kids.
when it hurt your damn kids, it's some shit I can't. It's hard for me to forget or forgive. You know, that's crazy.
You could hear the weakness in her voice. When you get in an accident that bad, they have to teach you how to talk again,
Right.
teach you how to walk again. And it's up to the Lord whether you pull through
Right.
and make 100% recovery. That is one of the lowest points in a person's life.
Yep.
And Dominique, you need to be ashamed of yourself.
Yep.
And do you think she could have spent $45,000 in 3 months?
Yeah. Why not? I'm telling you, when
That's a lot of money.
It's easy to spend money that you didn't earn. 45,000 will go real quick. If she think, oh, everybody love my sister, they gonna keep giving this money, I can just blow through it. Because at the end of the day, I don't think she gonna make it through it. I mean, because there's times that I didn't really think she would. God bless that she did. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a miracle. Like, you know what I'm saying? To
It was
come
a
back.
miracle. Yeah.
And then you get past a miracle, and then you find out one of your family members screwed you the fuck over. You know what I'm saying? That is messed up.
Anyway, Apple had a lot going for herself. Before the accident, she was on Love and Hip Hop. She was also supposed to be on a season of Baddies. That's the show that I love to watch with Natalie Nunn and Krishan Rock. But she couldn't. She got in the accident. So that's more money that she didn't get. It's just sad. It's a damn shame. And let's say, for the sake of this argument, that all the money is gone. How do we replace that money, Perry? What does she do?
I mean, basically just go and have a GoFundMe that her sister don't have access
You
to.
mean, so you're going to ask the public for more money?
Well, look, you said, how do you replace the money?
Yeah.
If the sister had 45,000, no, that's not a good statement. I would say she probably would have spent hers. Some people will save theirs and spend somebody else's. Her sister's not going to give her back the money, even if she had it. There's no way she's going to replace it. Her sister blew the damn money.
On what? On what? It's not $45,000 worth of weed.
Apparently, her lifestyle and her kids or whatever.
Oh,
That's
that's
what the hell
just
she spent it on,
mm.
and she don't have it, to give back. She just assumed her sister would not make it.
So people in the chat are saying she needs to sue the sister. That takes money.
Yeah.
That takes money, time, and energy. And Apple needs to be focused on healing. I don't
I
know.
get
Maybe
it.
she can go find some kind of government program that'll help you, like
I mean, really, at this
Medicaid or.
point, I don't know. But I mean, government programs these days will help you out to a certain degree. But you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
that's true.
sometime you ain't got 3 or 4 weeks or to go through a process of trying to apply for this and that. That's what I said. Probably a GoFundMe, and it's sad to say to keep asking, but I'm just saying that's probably the only way I see this money coming back. Her damn
I,
sister's not gonna give it back.
I'll tell you this though. I know somebody that didn't have insurance, was pregnant with a baby. They left her in the hallway, and then end up transferring her to the hospital that take like you go down to Grady or something like that. You know
Uh
what I
huh.
mean?
Right.
You got to have insurance.
Yeah.
It's sad. My prayers go out to you, Apple, and I hope everything turns out good for you. And Dominique, wherever you are, shame on
Yeah. For real.
you. Are disgusting. Um, let's talk about Nene Leakes. Child, Nene's getting a bad reputation.
Well, I mean, she got a lot going on and stuff. I mean, I don't.
Very.
Huh? Yeah. I mean, as far as like her introducing, well, to go on a double date, Tamar sort of into the person, unless Tamar told her, "No, I'm not feeling this guy." But then at the same time, she still could have, if you was a friend, to say, "Hey, you know what? The guy you wasn't interested in or whatever. Yeah, by the way, we gonna take off and take this trip because you tell her everything else. I mean, well, not everything else, but enough as a friend. You might say, I'm gonna go here. I'm going to hang out here. Can you come to my lounge? You tell her that kind of shit.
Nene's just dirty when it comes to men. She don't
Mhm.
care if you married. Listen, I'm not making this up. This is her track record. I'll take your man, and if Tamar don't got to know about this, I'm going to um oh, it won't let me take calls. Okay. I
Okay.
don't know what happened. It just says having trouble connecting.
Really? Damn.
Yeah. But there are people backstage. I'm gonna ignore it. Hey, Andrea, how you doing?
Hey, when they talk about that girl, about her
Apple's her
family,
name.
about the family taking advantage of her, I
Hmm.
can understand that because I went through that myself.
You did?
It's hard.
Are you gonna
It's
cry?
it's not nice because I take care of my mama. I'm a caregiver for my mama. And when I found out that my sister was taking money out of my mom's account, I was like devastated.
I know I walked that walk with you. I
I
can't
was
believe you shared it.
devastated. I was devastated. And not only that, it was just a whole bunch of mess that my sister had did. And it took me, and I'm still dealing with all this. It
Mhm.
took me a long time to try to get this corrected. So I feel for her because you know what? You would never think about my mom. My mom put all her trust in my sister, and it didn't pay off.
Well,
So
I
it's
know. I
hard.
mean, I've been walking this through you with you. I've been hearing we talk every day about it. I'm shocked that you're sharing it. Do you agree that you could have the title mother, brother, uncle? If somebody do you wrong, you get rid of them. That's what I think. I'm not playing.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. It's harder than you think if they don't have anybody to cover them. It's hard. It's hard because your family members can come in and do whatever they want to do. If they don't have nobody significant said this person is gonna take care of me, they can do that. It's hard, and they take advantage of you.
Yeah, I don't care,
Wow.
Andrea. I think me and you think differently. If you're my family and you do me wrong, I'm done with you. And if you steal $45,000 from me and you know I almost lost my life, mm-mm. I treat people the way they treat me, and respect is
Well,
earned.
that's family members. That's family
But
members.
there are a lot of people like you to say this is family at the end of the day,
Mhm.
and that's
But
how
you know
you
what?
think.
The thing about it was, I was dealing with almost $140,000 that was switched over, and I didn't know what was going on. I was blind. I'm telling you something. In this kind of situation, you're blind. You don't know what's going on. You're just lost, and it's just a lot of
And you're a
paperwork.
good person because what was I telling you? I was like, no, put your foot down. And you
Yeah,
said that's my family no matter what. So everybody, it's not a right or wrong here. It's your personality, but my personality, I'm done with you.
yeah. Now I have a sister. I only have one sister, but I'm gonna tell you something. I'm done with the help.
Oh,
I'm
you finally
done with the
done?
help. Huh?
You don't feel guilty? You used to feel guilty. You don't feel guilty no
I
more?
used I used to feel guilty because that was the only sister I have. I don't have no brothers. I don't have nobody else. But when it came to my mama, it was just like, nah, you gotta go. I'm gonna fight you in every way I can. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's a fight. It's a fight every day. And the sad part about it is that my mom was in the position she was in, and they took advantage of her.
I tell
Right.
you what, Andrea, you got what only one sister, but you got
Yeah,
me and V. You got me and V.
I know, I
And I'm
know.
there for the long haul. And
And
and I don't let nobody take advantage of me, especially
but
in
you
a
know what? I'm gonna
situation
tell you
like
something.
that.
I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all have helped me. Y'all have stuck by me when I would call. I would cry. I was so confused, and I was trying to talk to my mom. And sometimes she would be out and she would be in, and she wouldn't know what was going on. But I'm gonna tell you something. This stuff is hard when people go in and take advantage of you. It's hard to try to correct it. It is so hard.
I know
Well,
you should think of my attitude. It's hard, but I'm moving forward without your ass.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's hard. It's hard to correct because you can't go back and change what the person did.
right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? So, if it's money, if the person can't give you money back,
Hmm.
then you can't change what happened. You know what I'm saying? But
But you, but
at the same time, go
But
ahead.
you know what? Every day I fight. Every day I fight for my mom. Every day. I mean, people don't understand. It's hard when somebody come in your life and take advantage of you. It
Mhm.
is hard trying to correct it because you go through so many stages in life trying to correct this stuff. But you know what? With God help, I'm doing the best I can. I'm fighting for my mama. I'm taking care of my mama. And it is what it is.
I,
It's a
I
fight.
mean,
It's
Right.
every day it's a fight. Every day it's a fight.
I respect your faith in God. I really do, and I get it. But if you kick me, I'm gonna kick you back.
But no, you don't understand. I want to beat my sister's ass.
I know you got a
But
new
my
attitude today. What happened? What happened?
my mom asked me when she first came to stay with me. This is the part I didn't understand. She kept saying, I want to come in and spend some time with you. And I went, okay, mom, let me get things together. And when she came to stay with me, she said, I'm going to tell you something, but I want you not to do anything about it. And that's when she told me that my sister was abusing her. When
I
she
remember
told me
that.
that, I was ready to go to the police. I was ready to go down to where she lived at. She said, do not do anything about it. And so, I have lupus. I'm a lupus patient, and I go through the ups and downs. But I put my lupus aside because I know that I have to take care of my mama. So I put that aside because I know what she went through, and she took it. So
Look, I'm gonna
it's
say this
hard.
because I was standing by your side through the whole thing, and your sister better be glad that you got a good heart because you had a friend over here telling you go to the police. I don't play that. I understand. You told me you said this on the phone. That's who I am, and I respect that. But everybody ain't like that. And if
Yeah,
you take advantage of me, I'm coming after you
yeah.
because that's just messy and heartless.
But you know
Mel, am
what?
I mean?
It's just sad that family will do that to you. And it's hard, you guys. It's
I
hard when
know.
you try to come
Mhm.
back.
It
You know,
is.
your family don't took everything and don't lie and everything. It's hard. It's
Mel, am I
hard.
being mean or do you understand Andrea's point of view?
No, you're not being mean. And you know, Miss Andrea, I didn't know. I did not know this situation. I've watched this show so long, and I'm just sending you a virtual hug. I'm hoping everything works out for you and your family.
That's my
Um,
best friend.
you know what I was, well, she's being very vulnerable right now, so I definitely respect this. I think for me, you're not being mean. My brother, and I won't go deep into that. I'm not. I would say my brother's on pause right now for something like this with my
On
mom.
pause, yep.
So I'm with you, Miss Sharrell. You see, if it's family, you be put on pause. But if it's somebody else, honey, it's time for revenge. Just put it that way. So I'm telling you, you know what?
Did you say revenge?
Revenge with the
Yep.
big R. You know
Yep.
what? You know what? I listen. I know people don't know that part of me because I come up and I have a good time, but I just have a different side, and I don't let things go, especially if you hurt the people I love. So when I was watching this story today, right now, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm getting a little emotional with this whole.
It
This
is. It's
this is
touching.
it's
What's
very
happening to us? Go ahead.
what's happening to me. I'd like to have a good time and joke, but today's got real. It's Friday. I
Yeah.
think that I'm sorry. I think that the woman there, I think that she should do another GoFundMe. I feel. I think that she was
Do
totally
you
about.
think people are gonna give money again? We
I
just
hope,
gave you 45,000, and
and
it
that's
wasn't your fault.
no, it
But
wasn't. You know what? I hope they do because I don't see if she's disabled with this, situation, which she is. I don't see any way in the world, except for going down to her local agency to get some help, that she can
Right.
get something to help with these medical bills. You thank God that you have, exposed the sister today, and then hopefully other bloggers do it too, so that people won't say that she's out here trying to give them, more money. It's legitimate need. So I hope that they can do that. And I want to say about Nene before I, let other people come in. Um, I love Nene on the show, and I'm going to have to start saying that because now I don't really know. You know what? I'm good. Thank you for. I love Nene on the show, but I don't think I like Nene as a person. And this is the first time I'm saying that. I've been on different situations, and I've said, "Oh, I love Nene," but at this point, it's hard to be a Nene fan because every
did
time
she do Tamar wrong?
I think she did. I think the thing
Mhm.
is, this is the thing I would say to Miss Nene Leakes. You have a problem in treating people the way, treating people in ways that you don't
Yep.
want people to treat you.
Yep.
You know,
Mhm.
I think that listen, nobody can ever tell me anything good about Andy Cohen. I think whatever happens to him is what he deserved. But the way she treats other people, she wouldn't want them to treat her that way. And that's coming from an Nene fan. So I think that she just out of bounds.
Hold on,
Yeah.
let me read this because Andrea, you're getting so much support in the chat. Let me read this. My late sister's rotten husband was taking my sister's money when she was terminally ill. Oof. Using the money to lavish on his side piece.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
And that is the least of what he did to her. I mean, it sounds like a lot of people. I want to read these comments in the chat because I want you to stay there, Andrea. I want you to feel the love. I didn't let the things go.
I mean,
People are sending you. Yeah, I waited too
but
long.
Sherelle, I say this. I mean, you see this shit happen all the time, but you don't see it in this type of situation. But you think family be a certain kind of way?
Mhm.
Think about this, right? In everybody's life, in the chat and everything, when grandparents die and all this, and you get this, like your aunts and uncles, watch how they start fighting over the will and everything else. I mean, and all your life you can respect this person thinking they're one way, but when money involved,
Mm-hmm.
you don't really know who in the hell you're dealing with.
That's right.
And
Exactly.
it's
Every
sad.
Exactly.
every time.
I mean,
Exactly.
I'm walking this walk with you, Andrea. We talk every single day, 5 times. I respect you. I think you got a good heart. I think your sister lucky as hell
Hmm.
because she could have had me for a sister. And I'm nice to people. You know I'm nice to people, but when I turn
You
cold,
know,
I turn cold.
but you know what? I'm being nice because my mama know I'm a roughneck. My mama know I am a roughneck. And she asked me, she said, don't do anything. Just don't do anything. And
She
I
not
looked at
she's
her.
Listen, Andrea, your sister has gotten away with murder. That's a lot of money that y'all talking about. And you can use that money for yourself, your children, and it was owed to you. She stole that money. I'm gonna leave you alone because we talk about this every day.
I got I gotta
Okay,
go. I gotta
all right.
go. I gotta go.
Okay.
Look,
Oh my
okay.
goodness. Oh
Oh
my goodness. She
wow.
was very brave.
She should have reported reported it.
Yeah, but I
Why
mean,
does her sister get to walk around free and you done stole over $100,000?
I know what you're saying though, right? But see, her mind is not just on what Andrea can get out of it. She's there for her mother, and she is rolling with her
I'm there
mother's
for my
wishes.
mother too.
Well, I know, but
But
she's rolling with her mother's wishes, though.
her mother is the one that got her in this situation, Perry.
Okay, well, I get it. Okay.
Sharrell, our cut of game as strong. Virgos do not play. Oh, this is hi Deb. He said Virgos do not play that. I got one time, family included. Happy Virgo season. Love you, Andrea. Thank you, Deb. I just feel that if you do me wrong, especially in my time of need, I'm not gonna forget it. And I'm done with you.
Yeah.
And you'll be lucky if I don't turn your ass in. I think Apple should turn her in. Apple can't walk.
Right, I get it.
And the sister's running around with all the weed she can buy, all the new Jordans. $45,000 is a lot of money. I don't even know how you spend that much money in 3 months without having some kind of asset.
I mean, didn't they say she brought her son $1,600 for pair of
So
Jordans?
she was acting like she never had anything before, spending that money recklessly, probably spending it on some dude. That's just wrong. And your sister is in a coma.
Right.
Right.
But I think
Well, I
what
get it.
Mr. Perry was saying, which was chilling, absolutely chilling, was that, what if these family members, which I think are vultures, what if they thought that she was going to perish and they decided that they would just use the money without even thinking it. I also wanted to say, even if there's change left over, that money, $45, is gone, totally gone to Miss Apple. So I think that she definitely have to consider, getting the resources she can. Also, thank God for your channel again. I'll say, and letting the story be out there. Say, listen, she don't got the money. She still needs 45 plus and extra. So don't be embarrassed, Apple. Go out there again. Let the people know that it happens. And this is the thing too. In our community, we all, in our community, we already got going through enough, especially these days. It is so sad, as Miss Andrea, as I have experienced, we all experience, while we also attack each other in such deep ways in our own family. We're supposed to feel safe. We're supposed to feel safe. We go in the world, we don't know if we're going to come back home because of all the craziness. So in our own family, we shouldn't be fearful that our own family is going to take us down or get in our finances or
But
status.
they will. They will.
Every
AJ, what
time.
would you do if you were
Lord.
Apple? What would you do, AJ, if you were Apple?
Oh, I feel so bad for Apple Watts. I think that she should basically cut ties with her family now. She's cut ties with her sister. She should report it to the police, and she should concentrate on healing herself.
Yep.
Because I actually love her. I know she was only on for a season on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, but I really liked her, and she's so talented as well. And she, even though she feels a little bit left out, and the GoFundMe was a quick way to raise money, there are other options that she could perhaps try to explore.
Like what?
There are apps that she could go on where she could get paid for just being her. And I know she's got a lot of support.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, she could go on Bigo, for example, and earn a lot of money. I mean,
raise money that way, you're saying?
Yeah. And people would cash app her that way quicker too, and just give her
maybe
a little quick cash app,
Yeah.
That's just a thought. But obviously it's really, really hard to actually just pinpoint, because she's going through a lot. Not only is she going through like a betrayal of this magnitude, it's undescribable. Like, I don't even know what we do in that situation. But she's been let down so much, because on the show, she was so vulnerable, and we were all rooting for her. I remember just rooting for her. I felt so bad, and I think it was A1 or that was trying to give her a record deal, and I don't know what happened.
I swear, AJ, I feel like you live in the United States. Not only that, you live in Vegas. You know everything, because Apple lives here in Vegas.
Oh, does she?
She lives in Vegas.
Wow.
And I don't. It doesn't feel like you're across the pond. It just doesn't.
Oh, doesn't. I am so in tune into the American culture.
He knows all the tea here.
You know all the tea. You are. You gotta just buckle down and come on over.
I'll need to come over. And also, another thing is, maybe she could get to help her for free legal. Gloria
some kind of government assistance. Yeah.
Gloria Altright. She helped Tierra Marie,
Oh my
remember?
God,
Or
that's
Lisa Bloom,
such a good
remember? When she had
idea.
that fake sex tape out. Yeah, she could help her Gloria Allright, her daughter, Lisa Bloom.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Lisa
Yeah.
they
Bloom.
would do it for free. They are
Yeah,
so good, and they're trying to help Tia Marie. Remember, and Tia Marie
yeah.
lied about that sex tape. She leaked it herself allegedly, but yeah, that is the one way of doing it. I think she should really explore that, like in a legal way, because she's a public figure, and she
Queen,
could get the
what would you
same.
do if you were Apple and you can't walk and your sister stole $45,000 for your GoFundMe?
Mm-mm.
We
Oh,
can't
she's
hear
on
you.
mute. You on mute.
You're on mute.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I would have a mental breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you're in a vulnerable place where you're hurting, you can't do for yourself and you're dependent on somebody to do the right thing and they don't. Heartbreaking. It'll add to my stress.
That's right.
It'll make me
Hold on a
feel,
sec. Diva, come up if you want. Come on up. Go ahead.
yeah,
Sorry.
it'll definitely make me feel a certain type of way. And another thing is people need to start taking things like this serious. This is an injustice to this woman. Somebody
Mhm.
stole from her, they took from her.
Mm-hmm.
Not
There
just
was
someone, her own flesh and blood.
her
Mm-hmm.
own
That's her
flesh and
sister.
blood. I
Mhm.
was assaulted and I wish people would take me serious. At a
Mm.
hotel, the hotel staff attacked me. I
Wow.
got our black brothers calling these hotels and saying a hate crime didn't happen with her.
Mm-mm.
You know how that makes me feel?
I
It
think
makes
people don't care about other people. They just don't.
it's
Yeah, they
sad,
don't.
but when we
It's
say Black Lives Matter, which lives matter?
Okay. Wow.
and
I'm
we
black.
overconsumed. We overconsumed with so much information every day. We just move on to the next, the next.
Mm-hmm.
We
You mean
should really,
are you saying
really
that
like,
we become numb to this kind of stuff?
I think
yeah,
so.
we come completely numb to it. And I know, was it Karen Lee that broke it? I mean, Jason Lee
Jason Lee
that
broke the
broke.
Nene story. You're talking about that?
Oh, he broke the Nene story. I thought he broke the Apple Watch story. Yeah, he's
I
always
don't know if
involved
he
in
did
the.
or not, but it's because she got in the accident back in March.
But
Yeah,
but I wanted to say
she
to
got
AJ's
just a
point.
while.
If we had in this country a horrific shooting months ago with those babies down in Uvalde, so when we have these incidents happen, shocking, 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 we kind of do become them. I think the protective mechanism for ourselves, for our mind,
Right.
because if
Oh,
we
that's
look at the
interesting.
news, we might just stay in the bed in a coma, like, oh my gosh, this world. I live in New York City. We, 1 minute it's COVID, 1 minute it's monkeypox, it's a lot going on. So I think we just sort of turn it off. We become a little jaded and a little hard. And I'm sorry that Miss Tosa has had that treatment from people, but I just hope that she feels better soon, and just keep on living her truth and don't take any of the shady kind of interactions seriously. Just do the best
And
you can.
also, I want to say, Sharrell, what you're doing is absolutely fantastic.
Yes, she is. It's
Yeah.
Because
wonderful.
you,
Yes,
yeah,
you,
you,
you.
you just sitting here and just talking about this. You're raising an awareness to this,
Yes.
and I think she needs this. There's not a lot of people on her side, and the mainstream media ain't talking about her.
No,
Because she was not like the main character of the Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, but she was
Mm.
very memorable
right.
on that season she was on, and people tend to forget, like, to just move on. And I just want to say thank you for just raising this, because she
So
needs
sweet.
people like you.
Oh no, I didn't
Because
do
I mean, the
anything. Thank
mainstream
you.
media is not going to touch it unless it brings them views. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
if it don't help their publication, they ain't going to do it.
Right.
And
Shadrika,
that's
what did
tearing
you
us
want to?
back.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Hi
Tosa.
guys.
Oh,
Well, one, Nene, she's making me sad. I actually started watching reality TV because of Nene, because I loved her antics so much, and I'm on Twitter heavy, so she lives all over the Twitterverse. So it was kind of sad for me the way she's going out right now. She is looking very evil, very maniacal, very vindictive. I'm maybe because I didn't start Real Housewives from the beginning. I guess this is very surprising for me. Secondly,
no.
I really identify with Apple. I actually was confused as to what was happening yesterday because I followed the sister originally just to keep up with what was happening with Apple. I love Apple Watch. I love her on Love and Hip Hop and stuff. So I was following the sister. So it was very like listening to everything that you were saying was very heartbreaking for me because I went through a similar story. My sisters and I, we weren't born here. We were born in Bermuda. And my mom sent us here to live with our uncle, and she was sending us money to be taken care of, and we were being treated like dogs, worse than dogs.
Oh
Like,
no.
so
So, Shadrika, you seen how sincere Dominique seemed in the beginning
yeah, that's
while
why
she was
it was
stealing the
very
money.
it's confusing for
So
me. I was
fake.
really confused to hear everything you said, because I'm just like, wait, you were here from the beginning. You were taking care
Hmm.
of her. You were her liaison. You were her spokesperson. So the flip was kind of, I'm still kind of like, wow, like, because it I don't know, people are crazy. I don't know how family can treat someone like this, but my prayers go out to Andrea. I love her. I love always hearing
Oh,
what she has to say, and that's the only thing I came on here to say, that I identify family. Sometimes family is worse, the
yeah,
worst people you will ever meet, and
yeah.
especially when it comes to money. So that's the only thing I had to say. Y'all could drop me. I just want
Thank
to
you,
say that.
Shadrika.
All right, have a nice weekend.
Tulsa, did
And
you want to say something? Hold on, let me read this really quick. Although there are some truly evil people in the world, and sadly, a lot of them are family, I think there are still very good people out there, and a new GoFundMe is a good idea.
I think so. But I was,
Yeah.
I was
it
going to
is a
say
good
too.
idea.
I was going to say
And
too.
also, she
I was going to say, I'm sorry, Mr. Ram. I have to get ready to drop down myself. But this was a wonderful show. I mean, I'm sending prayers and hugs to Miss Andrea. I hope Miss Tosa gets healed. And that's, as AJ said, you're doing a wonderful job. And I love coming over here, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Okay,
All right,
thank
you do
you.
the same.
All
All
right,
right.
I'm gonna let you speak, Tulsa, really quickly. I know you wanted to share what happened to you. What happened, really quickly, Tulsa?
So I was pretty much
right.
visiting a friend at the hotel. Long story short, the hotel staff, a big black male attacked me. And what I want to bring awareness to is, let's protect black women. Why is it black women are always at the end of the line when it comes to protection and justice? Why does a black woman, when she comes out with a story, why does it have to be challenged? Why does there have to be holes in the story? Why can't you just be there and support? If it's something that you don't support, you don't believe it, just save your negativity for another day. But to sit up and call the hotel, you black man, and you know who you are, I'm not going to say your name. You sat up and you called that hotel and you told them that you didn't believe it on recording, and you thought it was funny. When you think about Tulsa, think about the 1921 race massacre. My people still are fighting for reparations. This town is not for blacks. It's very racist here. Come and visit. Come and see how you get stereotyped.
I'm sorry that happened to you, Tulsa. I
Yeah.
hope you
That's
get better
terrible.
soon.
In awareness, protect all women. I'm
Thank
not
you.
only fighting for me, I'm fighting for everybody. Those that have come behind me, those that are in front of me, and those that are voiceless. Look at Apple Watch. She's in a situation, and she needs somebody to fight for her.
Yeah.
And guess what? I'm in pain. I'm still going to raise my voice. A lot of people keep telling me to shut up and be quiet. I'm not going to be quiet. They've been telling us to be quiet for a long time.
Thank you. Thank you. There's your.
All
Thank
right,
you,
my
Tulsa,
rooster.
for
Thanks,
coming
Tulsa.
on.
Have a nice
Thank you.
weekend.
Take
Get
care,
better.
A
guys.
rooster. A rooster.
Diva,
That's terrible.
girl, sound off. This is
That I was following the sister too,
Diva.
because the
oh,
sister, hey everyone, the sister was our access to Apple and keeping us updated. And I even when I saw her do the GoFundMe, I was like, that's great. These people always mess up a good thing, right? GoFundMe is a platform where people have the opportunity, when they have no other way to raise or get money quickly, they can do a GoFundMe, and people really respond. And now you have this sister that does something like this. People are going to start to get a little skeptical about, should I donate? Is
yep,
this money really
yep.
going to go to the person that I'm donated for?
Hmm.
Shame on her, sister. And I hate to say this, but I'm leaning towards what Perry said. The sister probably, because the sister knew firsthand how grave her situation was. And I think the sister was thinking, like, you know what?
Don't say it.
Hmm.
I know
I'm
what you
not.
think. I know what
I
you
know, right. But that's
Yeah.
what this is. And the sister, like, how dirty are you? Like, you're
Hmm.
grimy. But trust and
Mm.
believe that sister's gonna pay. You
Right.
you do dirty and grimy stuff, it comes back to you. And that sister's gonna pay.
So
And
what
now
would
you
you do, What would you do, Diva, if you're Apple? What would you do?
Well, I'm leaning like, Andrea, it's so hard when it's family. And then it not only that, other members of the family, sometimes other members of the family guilt you too, right? They know it's wrong what the person did, but they be like, don't do it. They be
Right.
trying to tell you not to do anything because they like, that's your sister, that's your cousin, that's your brother. No matter what though, that sister's gonna pay. Because now the world knows too. Go ahead, Sharrell. I'm
But
sorry.
what would you do? Would you turn her in?
It's so hard. I
would.
can't even say because it's so hard. But it's like, how does she go? I know she's probably in a corner because she's like, how do I go
But
do another
Diva,
GoFundMe?
medical
Yeah,
treatment costs money. Your
I
kids
know.
need to.
I know.
Food costs money. Why would you not turn her in? I'm just saying for people like Andrea and Apple, if you don't, you're just gonna
There
leave it
got
in the hands of karma. Is that what
there
you
should
don't
be
get it?
consequences. Should there
Well,
be
the thing what
consequences?
the thing what I think, and this is sad. I hate to put this on GoFundMe. I think GoFundMe gotta have some tighter rules around if I'm doing this GoFundMe for someone else. I know it was hard because how would she do the GoFundMe for herself when she was laying there sick like that? But Sharrell, if I go to take out a GoFundMe on your for you to raise money for you, maybe they need to ask me a little bit more questions.
No, Diva, how could
And
this? Go ahead, AJ. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say maybe she should just forget about the GoFundMe now because this is not good at all. There's
But she still
nobody
needs
does
medical
GoFundMe
treatment.
anymore.
You heard
She
her
does.
voice. She can't
There is,
walk.
but she can raise. I mean, I've seen people on this app that was talking about do cash apps and $1,000 a day, and they're nobodies.
Let me
And
get
she's
other people's
somebody.
opinion.
She
Hi,
could
so
get
Deb. Melissa, you've been
do
sitting
cash
there so
apps.
Hey,
quietly. What do you have to say about this?
Well, it's very very sad. It really broke my heart when
Yeah.
just to hear her voice and to know that her sister took advantage of her. Like I said, in like I said before, I have three daughters. Two of my daughters went riding in a car with a friend. The friend was driving recklessly. My youngest daughter lost her life. I have my middle daughter downstairs. She's totally disabled, and I'm over my daughter's money she gets once a month. And what I don't do anything with her money without letting her know, hey baby girl, this is what we need to do. Is it okay if I do this? What do you want me to do? What do you need? And now I'm gonna be honest, I did maybe a couple of years ago, I had someone to basically what she was trying to do was she wanted to take custody of my daughter. And so she was like, "Oh, what are you doing with her money?" And she was like really trying to make me to be a really really bad mother. Now, was I a great mother at that time? I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't, because I was still dealing with the loss of my daughter. She was 19 years old. She dedicated her Saturdays to going out feeding the hungry. She was in church every Sunday, Bible study. She loved helping people. And just to see, it, like I say, it hurts me.
It it
And with
hurts,
Andrea,
but people
I'm sorry.
need to be accountable. Deb, you're a
that's true.
Virgo. Come through.
I'm a Virgo too. My birthday's Monday.
You're a Virgo. Deb's a
Yes.
Virgo.
Oh,
Come through,
Virgo.
Deb. What you gotta
Oh,
say?
happy birthday.
so I'm saying with Sharrell, she needs to go down. I'm
She.
with you. She has to go down. First of all, this is a felony. You cannot steal a bunch of
Mm,
money from somebody and
yeah,
then act like, oh, well, did nothing happen? She needs to be held accountable for this. First of all, this is a matter of life and death at this point. She
yeah.
has health, she has medical bills she has to pay.
Nope.
She's not past this yet.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that she needs to still take care of, and she doesn't have the money to do it at this point.
Yeah,
The
Right.
money
man.
that was donated for her to take care of it, the sister stole it. She stole it. Let's be
Here
clear
comes
on the
Perry,
word.
Deb, with his bleeding heart.
No, no,
Perry,
no,
what?
no, no.
Oh,
I truly understand what both of y'all saying, right?
uh-huh.
But let's go back to this. It's $45,000.
Hmm.
Apple Watch is going through enough already.
Well,
Right.
yeah.
Mhm.
The accident wasn't bad enough to come through. It was like a miracle to find out that you had been backstabbed by your sister. Hurts. It
Mm.
requires money and time to try to go after suing her sister.
Perry,
It's not about
did you
suing the sister
hear?
though, Perry. It's not about
But
suing the sister. It's about the fact that what you said. What you said is right. But now she doesn't have the obligation or the opportunity to take care of her health issues
Right.
financially because the sister has
Yeah.
stole the money.
and Deb said something. He said this is a felony. If it was somebody else, you would go after him, wouldn't you?
Can
Oh,
she, you know what, Sharrell? That's what I'm thinking. Can she report this maybe so she doesn't have to use the energy, the time, and the money?
Like
Can she
criminal.
report this to the GoFundMe
no,
and
you can.
have
She can
them?
report it to the police. She can
No, but I'm
report
thinking
it.
to
No.
the
All they have to do
GoFundMe
is read the
and
description of the. All they
they
have to
go
do is
after
read
the
the description of
sister.
the
But she
GoFundMe,
didn't.
and
Yeah,
what the money
it was
was,
all
what
legal.
the money was donated for. If it was not spent for that, then this lady has stole the money.
Yeah,
Right, that's
because
what
you
I'm
can go
saying.
to the
Can she
police.
report it to the GoFundMe to say, this person, my sister, opened this for me and I never saw a dime of it? That way it can be pursued and she won't have to go try to use her money and
You're
her
saying you
energy.
want GoFundMe to pursue the sister?
They won't do it.
Yeah,
It's got
why
to be
not, right?
police.
Because if I open up a fund saying that I'm doing this for so and so to help them with whatever, and then the money didn't go there, they have blocked a lot of people who claimed they was using the money for one thing and they did not.
Right, that's
But
true.
Diva, GoFundMe's like a third party to make
Yeah.
sure
But it's
Right.
everything's
but
shown.
Sharrell, but it's also
Yeah.
what she. But they are a intricate part of her even pursuing this, because once they confirmed what the money was for, because there was a description of what the money was for, period. So once they have to investigate it, and then she reports it, then they have to investigate this, and that's it. Apple really doesn't have to do a lot. All she has to do is report it to
Yeah,
GoFundMe into the police. The police
Yeah.
will do the rest because they have to investigate it. And the
And sue her for
if
fraud.
and wherever bank account that money went to, if it wasn't for Apple Watch, health care or whatever, then that's it for her.
Yeah.
yep,
And to be
And that
sued
and
for
now that I
fraud.
wouldn't have a problem with. If she can
yep,
report it to her police, they can go to GoFundMe, however, which order. But I just didn't want her to go through more stress and financial,
right.
you know,
But
situation.
Yeah.
even if GoFundMe pursues it, bills need to be paid now.
Right.
Right.
And like I said, I had a friend that didn't have insurance and was having a baby. They will overlook you if you
Yeah, they
don't have.
will.
That's true.
Well, oh, you're
That's
a
true.
nurse, Diva. Is it?
Yeah,
Am I telling
they
the truth?
yeah,
They
they
will
will.
Oh,
help you.
nurse.
Yeah, they will.
Wow.
And it's but so much. So in her case, there is a charity fund in the hospital, but it's not going to cover all that. It's not going to cover rehab. It's not going to cover all these things. It will cover some of her bills that when she was in the hospital. There are some things she
Oh
can
my
do, but
God.
she
So
needs
am I
I
wrong,
continuous help.
forgot.
Diva, when I say
Huh?
right now?
Oh my God, I
Uh,
forgot.
hold
In
on a
What?
second.
America,
Right
it's
now,
expensive.
all medical treatment stops until bills are paid. Am I wrong?
No, that won't be legal. Like these clinics, there's other. It's not going to be the same level of care, right? So there's other things that she can apply for, especially in her condition, to
Hmm.
get some type of help. But the thing is, she must have probably had no insurance. Either way, this sister was just dead. I don't even know how this sister is living with herself.
Yeah.
But there's recourse. There is recourse. And there's some options for her. But this is just so sad.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
AJ. I interrupted you.
Oh, I was going to say, if she feels so bad, we got free healthcare in the UK. Maybe she could come over to the UK and get parts of it paid, and
You don't.
it'll be a
It's
lot
a
cheaper.
cold world over here in the United States. Nothing's
I
for
know, so
free, not even water. We
we
pay
get
for
medication.
everything.
We get medication for free
We
here
don't
as
get
well.
anything.
If
We'll be paying
when we
for
go,
air next.
I know, right?
Okay.
it's
I'm
terrible.
so
Oh
And
sorry.
wow.
What is your the young lady that is on the panel here? I'm sorry I didn't catch your name, but listen, I'm sorry
Melissa.
for your loss, Melissa. I'm sorry for
yeah,
your
me
loss.
too.
Yeah, me too.
Um,
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's just heart wrenching what happened. And that's just a whole nother story too, with the teenagers all driving together. It's just very sad. My heart breaks for you, and of course, my heart goes out to Andrea. These situations
Thank you
happen a
so
lot
much.
with a lot of families, and with families just stealing money, and it's sad, and it has to be stopped. And I do think her sister needs to be stopped, but I think the easiest way is to go to the GoFundMe. You
Yep.
can't just say you're going to use this money for one thing and then you go buy a house.
I mean,
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah,
GoFundMe's
but it
nice.
happens.
I'm talking to the lieutenant. I'm going to the cops.
I'm
It
going to
happens a lot. Yeah, the cops. That's who you need
Is
to go
there a
to and
way?
report it as a fraud.
the cops can contact GoFundMe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I love
and
so
Nene,
debonair.
I have a
and Nene
question.
Leakes. Oh,
Is
sorry.
there
Go ahead,
something?
Melissa.
Is there something that we could do to help her? You know,
I
Cash
mean,
App
not
her
unless
or
you
something.
wanted to donate more money, but that's out.
She
That's
needs to
between
do a
her and her
Cash App.
family.
Yeah, she needs to do a Cash App,
But
and
where
she
is it
needs
going to?
to let us all to her. She can do her own Cash App, and people can just send her money.
So Debonair just said something. He was speaking really softly. He said, "Where's the money going to?" That's why I think people are going to be leery to keep donating.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I already gave you my last $20 or $40, and now, or however much you donated, with the intent that it went to you, and unfortunately, it was stolen. I don't have it again. That's how I don't know. I
That
don't
is her.
know. But
And Nene,
AJ has a point. Maybe she can do a different kind of
But we need,
charity or
but the public needs to see where that money is. What, like, is it attached to Apple's bank account, not her
yeah,
sister's account, her mom's account, dad's accounts, dog's account, cat's
I
account,
see what you're saying.
her
You're
account?
Cash
saying
App.
now that
Right.
Apple is alive and opened
Yes,
her eyes and stuff, she'll have to put everything in her name.
yes,
And she needs to start streaming and go live, and then she needs to create she needs to be reborn. She needs to like this. I'm sorry, but that's the only option I see clearly is that she can go on these apps and really just be herself and talk about a struggle, and people would actually give her money for just going live. That's how
yeah.
it works for a lot of people. Some people earn like $20,000 a month doing this,
No, I
so
get
she
you
could
right,
earn a lot of money because she's a recognized name,
but I
and
mean,
she's trending thanks to Jay. I mean,
no,
She's
I
I was
agree.
trending.
gonna, I was gonna talk
Eventually,
about it.
calm down and talk about it, but people could still appreciate her being real because the anger is still there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and she
100%.
got to let it out somewhere,
She
and it
does.
makes it more real, so people can understand her pain. So sometimes you come across real passive and hi everybody, this shit.
Yeah.
Everybody else is mad because the money that they thought was going to her didn't go there.
Yeah.
So I mean, she got to
Yeah,
show
I'm
some kind
mad.
of
Yeah, I'm mad.
right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
There's a
it's
lot of
crazy.
people.
That's
Yeah,
true.
there's a lot of people mad, but she's been basically. And then another thing is that sister needs to be found, and she needs to go to
Yeah.
jail. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
she
Yep.
needs to be go to jail. There's got to be some consequences for this. Like she can't just get
Yeah,
away.
if you
This
don't give
is
people consequences, they will do it again. It
again.
would
Yes,
I
just
and they
do
did it
prolong
agree.
again.
her life.
I
And
do
Let me
agree.
read
remember.
the
Do you
super chat. It
remember
says,
Love and Hip
since
Hop?
she is her sister, I wouldn't turn her in. I would.
I would
I
Yeah, I
too.
would just
would.
let
I would.
Me too.
She
karma
can learn.
step to her and handle up.
She can learn her. She needs to go. She needs to have some sort of It seems like she has no discipline, no conscience, a complete psychopath. It sounds like.
I think what people are
Because
missing
this
is that
ain't normal, is it? I've never heard of anyone doing this unless you sociopath. Perhaps you've got to have no emotion to do
Look, it
this. How
happens
can
a
you
lot.
sleep?
Look at Andrea. Look at Melissa.
yeah.
Things like this
Yeah.
happen more than we
Yep.
realize. Go ahead,
And
Deb. I
they
cut you off.
I
they
think
do
that
say
what
this
people are
on
missing
most
is that
cycles.
they're saying let karma handle it. She's still going through health issues right now. She doesn't have time for karma to handle it. She has to take care of her health issues.
Yeah, and she
Financially,
needs
it
to do
has
it
to
fast.
happen. And karma can't pay those bills.
Right.
She needs to come to
She needs the
Germany,
money for the
You
England.
bills.
know
So
what
when
I
she
think though, unfortunately? I think that the money is gone. I think the
Yeah.
sister blew
no,
through that cash.
Diva, I agree. That's what I'm saying though. I agree with that part. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying too. But what I'm also
Oh
saying
my
is
god.
that she should take legal action as well, because whether she's still going through this, does Apple have the money to pay for this outside of that GoFundMe? No.
No.
So it might not be the most healthiest thing, because her health wise, she doesn't want to go through this stress too. But financially, she needs the money.
Right.
And this is all done under fraud, I think, because I don't think Apple Watts approved of this until it happened. It
Right.
Yeah, she
happened,
didn't
and then
know.
she just
Yeah.
thought, "Oh, okay."
oh, that's great. But I think this was all a plot to use her name to create, like, to raise a lot of money
Right.
and then just take it. She's very pretty. And like you all said, they probably thought she was going to die. So
Yeah.
they probably
And-
like planned this and she didn't die. So
And
This
that's why
is
the
just terrible.
sister,
I can't believe we're
you know,
talking
Too
tried
about
to
bad.
be her
And that's too bad
advocate
for them
and
because they
come out
thought
there
she was
and
going to
say
die,
how
but
much she
now
love her
she's
sister
still alive.
just to raise this money for her to take it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Nene Leakes, you know what? You're a bad, bad woman because you shouldn't do this to Tamar Braxton. But then I know Tamar Braxton and Karen Lee are in cahoots. Well,
And-
they're very, very good friends, aren't they?
Who?
Jason
Oh,
Lee.
Jason Lee.
Oh.
And, sorry, I called him Karen Lee. Sorry.
Mhm.
Because he's out here canceling people, isn't he?
Did you just call
nice
Jason
try.
Lee a Karen?
Yeah. He's trying to cancel the Queen, like Nicki Minaj. Out here on the blogs trying.
Oh yeah,
but I
you're
know
a
why
Nicki
he's doing
Minaj
this.
fan, right?
Yeah, I am a Bob, but
Let me
listen to
mute
this
my
because
mic.
this is all premeditated because I can see why he's doing it. He's doing it to be relevant and good for him because it's gonna now make people more talk about Hollywood Unlocked or Hollywood Locked.
What did Jason do to you? My
Nothing.
goodness,
I really
AJ.
no. He's very inspiring. Like he's written a book about his childhood and what he went through. I thought it was amazing, the story that he was telling. But let's face it, he's a Karen Lee, and he's been going around Bigo, canceling a lot of people, reporting people, snatching cash and money, and he's in cahoots with. We all saw what he did to Tasha K, and he's friends with Cardi B, and he's really, really good friends with Tamar Braxton. So that's why maybe he's not,
You are
don't like
shady,
Nene that much.
shady. You are.
No, I just wanted to let it be known that he is trying to.
You come
Karen
over
Lee.
here in that little British accent and you create havoc.
Sorry.
All right,
Just
guys.
had to get out my chest. I'm sorry.
Those are the two stories I had today. Deb, you need to call in more. I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing?
I've been off YouTube for a very long time because I've been back at work. So,
okay,
but I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Good.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Let's pray for Apple Watts.
Yeah.
Pray for Apple Watts and Andrea. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Andrea,
My prayers
yeah,
goes
that's
out.
my friend. Yeah.
gonna pray
All right,
for her.
y'all.
Thank you,
Thank you
Tosha.
so much for coming up. I appreciate it. Take care, guys.
Right,
Bye-bye.
take
Bye
care.
bye.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye, shady AJ. He's so cute and shady. He is shady. All right, you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Also, if you have any ideas or solutions for Apple, she's going through a hard time. And also, Andrea, we love you, and you will get through this.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody has any more words?
Well, just real quick, I sort of do agree with you to a certain degree. I just didn't want her to go through all the stress, but that might be the only way for her to take some kind of action to prove to people that they can donate safely the next time.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, please don't forget to click that like button on your way out. If I didn't get to your call backstage, I do apologize. I'm simply out of time. I didn't even expect to go this long today. I just wanted to pop on and do it, and then it just touched a lot of people, and I didn't even know. Also, I want to thank everyone for your super chats. You don't have to support the channel, and you do, so I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. On three, guys, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Have a nice
guys.